things in healthcare that can go in and read X-rays or read MRIs, and that's probably as good or higher accuracy than a lot of the MDs have in terms of interpreting X-rays and
Well,
MRIs.
yeah, I mean, I think there are tools, no matter which industry you look at, Lee, in general, I think AI has impact. And in the field of healthcare, AI's impact will be and is starting to be tremendous. The challenge we see is regulatory concerns. The challenge that we see is physician bias. So we have an application that we've been, touting to physicians, DXGPT, which is built off of a large language model that is a commercial product that Blackstone+Cullen has, and in conjunction with some of the folks from Nexus, have kind of built out and are using to prove out some of these concepts. It is, as you just said, it is a more robust solution. That is not for this core audience because this core audience is going to be interested in overall general tools. And if they want level 42, then obviously Lee, myself, and the entire team at Blackstone+Cullen could jump on and show why this is such a cool tool. And I will tell you from experience, I just used it in two specific circumstances. One was requirements gathering with a client on site, feeding the information in. It was remarkable. It sped out everything that I needed to get. It was a complex structural engineering firm. It had a lot of nuance to it, and very in-depth reporting. So it made me look really good, which is half the battle. But the other piece is I used it even on an introductory call to learn about a client's business, what their pain points were, et cetera, to start to develop a strategy and a plan for them. So yes, these models are very adaptive to your needs, and a tool like Level 42, as opposed to ChatGPT, and even though you have your conversations stored in these large language models and you can go back and revisit them, it doesn't require, it's not giving you a cumulative overview, and Level 42 will eventually have that.
Curious about these foundational systems, like just trustworthiness. Like I've experienced people say that they're sycophantic and they're overly optimistic sometimes, or they're dishonest sometimes. And so, like, how much can we trust them, and then how much can we trust the downstream products that use those foundational systems to create their new products?
That's a really good question, and I will answer it in the way that I know best. Is that all of these models, it doesn't matter what you're using them for, require human in the loop validation and verification. They're only as good as what they've been trained on. And training can introduce biases, either intentional or unintentional. It can cause ethical concerns, et cetera.
After about 6 or 8 months of working with these models every day, I finally figured out, well, they kind of all talk the same way. If you think about it, if you start out with a point of, I need you to do this for me, and here is the objective of what we are trying to do, and here's the purpose of what we are trying to do, and here's the perspective that I need you to take, and here is the tone I want you to use, and here's the output I want you to use, and you keep structuring that, you begin to find out you get tremendously better prompts and output, tremendously better. And if you want to think about it, you're setting the context of what you want that AI to do for you. And you've heard of people talking about context engineering. It's really
AI in HubSpot, and I want to talk to my AI in QuickBooks. It's like, are they going to be able to speak the same language, and how perverted will it become? And I think that's where a tool like Level 42 can really help understand and drive those requirements and look at proof points along the way to develop how you integrate agentic AI technology between platforms. So the ideas of all these silos that are out there that you can write APIs and exchange information with, that's going to shift. It's going to shift more towards, we're going to be talking to the AI assistants